Welcome, everybody. On today's show, we will be discussing the Continental from the World of John Wick. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Ryan. And that is actually in the title, from the John of World Wick. Yep.
From the John of World Wick.
Yeah, from the World of John Wick. Because apparently you got to let everybody know what franchise it's connected to. But yeah, so it is produced by Peacock and on their streaming service. And starring Mel Gibson and a whole bunch of actors that I don't know. So, yay. That's exciting.
Oh, is it full of a bunch of people that you don't know?
Yeah, a whole bunch of actors that I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know any of these people either.
But yeah, it was just released late September of 2023. And yeah, it is set in the world from John Wick.
You don't say.
I do say, actually.
Huh.
Yeah, apparently it was a retelling of a prequel to the John Wick series that is supposedly taking place set in the 1970s. So, what did you think? What are your initial thoughts on this show?
Man, that is a long episode. That's my thoughts.
It is.
When you
a
say
very
episodes,
long episode.
Yeah, episodes are not movies. This is a 3-part movie, series.
Yeah.
That's
the first
it's a trilogy.
The first episode, called Brothers in Arms, is an hour and 28 minutes. That is a feature-length film. I cannot talk today at all.
But what's new?
But yeah, almost an hour and a half movie that they're calling a TV episode now.
Yeah, I'm thinking there's only 3 of them, so I guess that makes up for it. They could have cut it up into 6, and then it would have been 6 45-minute episodes.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess they just, I don't know, didn't want to do that. And the way everything is shot, it doesn't really, would have been kind of weird maybe to cut it halfway through.
Okay, I could see that.
Yeah, so when I went to watch it, I was not expecting an 86 or 88 minute runtime, and I was like, dadgummit. I was thinking 45 minutes to an hour,
right?
Most. Man. But anyway, yeah, and I also had to sign up for Peacock, which is kind of annoying. Too many stupid streaming services.
Yeah, everybody's got to have a streaming service now. For now, until the whole market crashes. The whole streaming market crashes.
Although, with it being only 3 episodes, I only have to have it for a month. If there were 8 episodes, they would have caught me for 2 months. So, they lost $5, $6. I don't know how much it cost. So I didn't know anything about it before I started watching it, other than the fact that it was, the hotel from John Wick.
Did you know it was a prequel before you started watching it?
Yeah, I knew it was going back in time.
See, I had no idea. I thought it was just modern day. And I was watching it and I was like, I'm so confused. Why are there old cars everywhere? And
then going noir with this.
And then they started talking. Oh, so just in case you guys don't know, we do talk in spoilers on these shows. So if you haven't watched it, enjoy some spoilers. So that's your warning. Yeah, when the main character starts talking about how his brother was in Vietnam and just got back, I was like, oh, okay, got it. We're in the past.
That's when you realized?
That's when I realized.
So the cars and the guns and the outfits and the phones didn't tip you off?
Nope, I was just watching a movie. Didn't even think about it.
Wow, that fancy restaurant has a corded rotary phone.
I thought that was just cool. I was like, hey, I like it. That's kind of classy. A little bit of a throwback. Nice phone in a restaurant. Okay. Didn't think about at all. Hey, this may be set in the past.
Okay. Well, it is set in the 1970s for those who are a little quicker than Ryan. I thought it was okay. The I wasn't sure. The part of the problem is you're not sure who to care about because there's
Okay.
usually, I guess, in all of the other John Wick movies, it's only like 2 or 3 people that you care about because everybody else either dies or is only in one movie.
Okay.
So I'm like, who am I following here? And then when Winston showed up, I'm thinking Mel Gibson is the headline name, right? I'm like, okay, am I following Mel Gibson? Am I okay? This guy's Winston. That's probably the Winston from the John Wick movies. So am I following him? But he seems to not know anything about the seedy underworld of assassins or whatever.
Right.
So I wasn't sure if it was the actual Winston or not, or if they were just screwed up and had a character named Winston on accident. But it does turn out that it is the Winston from the John Wick movies.
Right.
Yeah. It's okay. It's I don't know. I didn't watch it all in one sitting because I got annoyed that it was so long. So I think if you don't watch it all in one sitting, it's okay. But if you like to sit there for an hour and a half and watch it, might have irritated me. But other than that, I think a decent addition to the expanding the world of John Wick. What are your initial impressions?
Yeah, so I mean, overall, I thought it was good. It is incredibly long.
It's long. It's long for a TV episode.
It's incredibly long for a TV episode.
Yeah.
I feel like if we were back in like the 80s or 90s, this would have been like a direct to DVD or direct to VHS sequel that would have come out. And you would have found it like
not with Mel Gibson in it.
Okay. Anyway,
it would have aired on TV.
I still feel like this is
as a miniseries. Sorry.
I feel like this is more meant for a direct to DVD, direct to VHS sequel movie. So it seems weird that they're.
You got to get with the times, dude. There's hardly any DVDs anymore, and there's definitely no VHS tapes. This is not the 80s or the 90s. This is the early 2000s. So come on,
it's the 2020s. It's not early
the 20s. 2000s. We're living in the 20s, Ryan.
We're living in the roaring 20s now.
We're roaring 20s. Woo.
But yeah, so I mean, overall, I enjoyed it. I thought the strongest actor in the entire show, I guess is what we're calling it, was by far Mel Gibson. Like, when he's on screen, you actually care about what's going on. But overall, I enjoyed the action. A decent story to start off the entire thing. There was one just random, very nude scene that I wasn't expecting at all.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. So overall, I enjoyed this first episode.
Okay, so you said Mel Gibson, like, he's by far the most seasoned actor on the show. He's, like I said, all these other people we don't really know.
Right.
Yeah, the main guy, Winston, he's been in a few TV shows here and there, a couple of movies that I've never seen. Yeah, I don't know anything about him. I kind of like that they have people that you don't know. But then when you throw Mel Gibson in there, you're like, it's a little confusing on who you're supposed to be rooting for, or, like I said earlier. But yeah, I think his performance really well done. He's a great actor. He plays that old crime boss kind of guy. Not crime
Just an
boss.
old mob boss.
More like a, like, the top guy. He plays that guy really well.
Yeah.
Some of my favorite scenes were his scenes. Yeah, I like what's his name, Colin Woodell as Winston. I think he did a good job because he's the one we're following around most of the time.
Yeah, I mean, he did a decent job. I still don't see a lot of mannerisms that Winston from the John Wick movie has from him. So, like the actor that they have playing Winston in John Wick has very distinct mannerisms and very distinct talking patterns, and I don't feel like this guy picked up any of those.
This guy's also the mid-20s-year-old version of that guy because this is in the 70s and John Wick is in the set now, so it's 50-year difference.
Correct.
So people change a lot in 50 years.
Yeah, but most people don't change like accents or things like that much.
I don't know. I think especially with him being in his mid-20s in this show, I'm assuming that's what it seems like. Because if he had 50 years and he's in his mid-70s, so I think, especially when they get older, they start to, become that, that patriarch figure where they develop into that, and getting those mannerisms and that tone and confidence comes with decades of experience. So I didn't have a problem with that at all.
Yeah, it just the voice, the accent kind of aggravated me to begin with, but I got over it. It was just something that I noted.
Okay. Cool.
And then I got really invested in the his brother's storyline.
The thief brother, the assassin?
Yep.
Okay.
Like I was interested in him, and now I guess I'm not.
Now you're uninterested? Why are you uninterested?
Because we're not going to see his storyline conclude.
Oh, why? What happened? Did he get shot in the head?
He did get shot in the head. Jumped out of a helicopter, and then just stood there and wait to get shot in the head.
So, like, his storyline, you only really get in the last 20-30 minutes of the first episode.
Right.
At the beginning, you just think he's stealing from Mel Gibson, who, what do they call him? The manager?
Yeah.
Is that what the title is? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just stealing from him, and then you don't know anything else until the end. The latter half of the episode. You find out he's married, and his wife is a weirdo. Like that whole scene where she's like behind the door. You said we were gonna fight to the death.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we could leave and not die. How about we do that, you stupid lady? If you want to have a family, how about we go somewhere where there's not people gonna shoot us and kill us?
Yep, that seems like a great idea.
That was irritating.
Okay.
And then he's like, oh, well, the only way to protect her is to die.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, there was no way he was going to live because they would have killed him eventually anyway. But it still seemed dumb to just jump out of the plane. So okay, well, we'll come to that. what did you? Okay, like the cop stuff. I didn't know why that was there.
Yeah, I feel like that was all set up for things that are going to happen in future episodes.
Right?
So I feel like it's just laying groundwork right now. So didn't really play into the story yet. So I'm waiting to see what happens with that.
Yeah, like some of the scene where she goes into the Continental and
Mm-hmm.
everything is kind of she tries to pay with
Cash,
money.
and the
Yeah.
bartender's like, "What are you doing?"
He's like, "Oh crap, you're not supposed to be in here."
Yeah.
Like that scene was interesting, and but like the rest of her story, I didn't care about at all. And then at the end, she had the file for Winston's brother,
Yeah.
which I don't know what that was about.
I don't know. Because she was suspecting that he was the ringleader behind the gun running operation. She said that earlier.
Oh, she did. Okay, I
Yeah.
didn't remember that by the end of it because it's so freaking
Yeah,
long.
when she got pulled into the alleyway by her superior, she said, "Hey, there's a guy in there named Francis Scott, and he's running this whole thing."
Yeah, okay. I remember that now. Okay, that makes sense, I guess. Yeah, so hopefully episode 2 and 3, there's more involvement
Mm-hmm.
from her.
Make that storyline a little clearer, bring it into focus.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Anyway, what'd you think about the adjudicator's mask? I thought that was weird and didn't make a lot of sense.
It was weird. So
Like,
I don't know why she was wearing a mask, but who knows?
For a second, it kind of reminded me of the axe hand guy from
One Piece.
Yeah, from One Piece. I was like, what? But then I was like, oh wait, it's just like
it's just covering
like up to her nose.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, that's.
I mean, maybe she's just trying to hide who she is.
Guess it's the 70s. Everybody's a weirdo, so.
Yeah.
Okay, so there are some there's not some comedy in it, but there are moments that are funny.
Right.
And the scene with Mel Gibson when he's like, "Give me
Go
the
get those weirdos,"
and then he's like, "Wait a minute."
"Oh wait, they're all weird." I enjoyed that. That was good.
Yeah. And then that guy opens the door, and he's just standing there, and the other lady's walking around with blood on her and stuff. And I was, and then what's his name? Sharon is talking to him. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, these guys are some weirdos. Okay, they're definitely strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was hilarious. And then what was the other thing? Oh, he's talking about the rules. As soon as he told that other guy to shoot him, I was like, he's gonna make him jump out the window, ain't he? Because he knows the rules.
That's exactly what happened.
Oh, and he's like, it's stuffy in here.
Open a window.
I was like, this is hilarious. Make him kill himself because technically nobody else can kill him.
Yep.
Yeah. Definitely seemed like he had that kind of the same, I guess, persona that Winston had when he was the manager, as the big guy you don't mess with, and whatever he says goes, but with a little more
teeth behind it.
No, kind of a laissez-faire attitude about it, like making fun of the rules, making fun of the Latin and stuff like that. And I thought that was
Okay.
done well, where he's like, I care, but I also know how to like not be stuck up about it.
Okay. I can see that.
Because sometimes when the old Winston would do things, like, it's just, I don't know, he appears pretentious and stuck up, even though he's a guy that kills people or facilitates the killing of people or the not killing of people for a living. I don't know. I don't know how the world works. And why is the coin press so important?
Because if you have the coin press, you can just make your own coins.
I guess, but you still have to get a
You still
lot
have
of
to get
gold.
Right.
I mean, in theory, anybody with a coin could make a
Could
coin.
make their own press, yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know what's so special about that one, where there's only, they made it seem like it was the only one. Or
I
like
don't know if that's what they
one of
made
a
it seem like, or
handful.
yeah, like it's really important. So
Yeah.
but I don't think it's the only one in existence.
Yeah, maybe like the other hotels have it, maybe, but and then they alluded to the fact that the, what do they call it? Like, I don't know, it's not a gang or a, what do they call, like, what is this thing called? This John Wick underworld.
I think they've just called it the underworld. I don't think that they've given it a name other than
Okay.
just the underworld.
And it doesn't have like, not like the Yakuza. They don't have a name.
Not that I'm aware of, or not that I
It's
can recall.
Right. Because everybody calls it the John Wick world, but it's not the John Wick world.
Mm-hmm.
He's just an assassin in this underworld thing. But they alluded to it being older than the Roman Empire.
Right.
Okay. I guess.
I mean, yeah, there's always got to be people who kill other people out there.
I guess.
I mean, that's a heck of a franchise if so.
Right. That's like, they've outlived the Roman Empire. They've outlived the British dynasty. They outlived what's that? Underworld, or not underworld, but what's it called?
Don't know what you're talking about, dude.
Not the Freemasons, but the Illuminati.
Oh, okay.
Like,
the Illuminati still exists. They haven't gone away.
No, I think John Wick killed them all. Yeah, so I don't know. It's a decent story, I guess. I guess we'll have to see where it goes.
All right. So, what did you think about the action?
The main action was that first opening scene where he's running up the stairs shooting everybody. But I don't know. It was a little hard to follow.
Okay.
I don't know if it was, sometimes the lighting just wasn't good.
I think they were disguising some of the action by putting it in dark places. So you just had to kind of imagine or fill in some gaps.
Okay.
But overall, I thought the action was pretty enjoyable. But it was towards the end of the movie getting really dark in the action scenes.
I don't remember a whole lot of action, though.
How do you not?
Where was the action?
When they're trying to get to the helicopter.
Okay, yeah. There's the beginning scene and the end scene where there is like 80% of the action in the movie.
Right.
Show. Okay. Yeah, the action at the end was definitely, like, there was a lot of dark in it, which was kind of annoying. Um, mm, I think I like the opening sequence more,
Okay.
but I had a small problem with the opening sequence because it seemed like they tried to go in the direction of it being like a John Wick like archetype where he's unstoppable, can kill everybody, like he does the gun flick thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he's relatively young. He's much younger than John Wick was when
Yeah,
in
a
the
lot
John Wick
younger.
movies.
Yep.
So that expertise, I don't know, seemed like it would be lacking. And also, like if people are coming at you from both directions, shooting at you in a stairwell,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And it seemed like sometimes he would turn a corner and people would come out from behind him. But when he turned the corner, it was just a solid wall.
I guess I
When he
didn't
was
notice that.
going up the stairs.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, where did that guy come from? He just turned from a wall and now there's a guy on his back.
I didn't notice.
Anyway. Uh Yeah, so and that's part of the problem. Like, I don't know who to follow because I'm like, is he the John Wick guy? Is he the guy who we're following now? And then he disappears from the whole show.
Right.
So yeah. All right. Well, what else happened in this episode? I guess
I don't know.
it's
That pretty much covers everything that
about
I
it, I
had.
guess.
I mean, overall, I rather enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I mean, it is just an action movie set in the John Wick world, which they make it very apparent to everyone that it's in the John Wick world.
Is it?
Yeah, true story.
How do you know?
It's in the title, From the World of John Wick.
Oh, it's a subtitle.
Yeah, true story.
Oh.
Um,
Okay. The title of this episode is called Brothers in Arms.
mm-hmm.
The brothers are only together for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And Winston doesn't use any arms.
Yes, he does.
Only the once. Well,
Okay. I mean, he pulls out
couple
the
of
gun a
times.
few times. He only shoots one person.
Right. Okay. That's what I had a problem with. The end. The very end irritated me.
Please share.
You didn't have a problem with it?
No.
When he shows up at the other people at the karate people's house?
No, it didn't bother me at all. Because they were friends with his brother, with Frankie.
Mm-hmm.
Like old war buddies. He
Yeah.
knows they have guns, so he shows up to tell them he needs lots and lots of guns.
Right.
I
But
do
that
wonder what happened
line-
to the helicopter pilot though. Because they got on the helicopter, that guy got shot, still got them out of there. They show up and there's no helicopter pilot with them. What happened to him? Did they just be like, "Oh, whoops, he did."
Yeah, they would have had to have landed somewhere and then leave and go to their house.
Yeah.
And then they were just like, okay, bye. Thanks for the lift.
Right.
Personally, I would have flown a little further away than down the street. But whatever.
Yeah.
But my problem wasn't with that. My problem was with the line. What was the line? Oh, yeah, he's like, I need guns, lots of guns.
Uh-huh.
That irritated me a smidge.
Like they were just thrown back to John Wick movie or one of the John Wick movies, and back to Keanu Reeves' character. Because
No, that's
What do
not
you
where that
mean?
line is from.
he used it in one of these movies. It was originally from The Matrix, I know.
Right.
And he
Right.
used it here to do a throwback. So they were just paying homage to that.
How you do a throwback when you're in the back?
You know what I'm saying.
You're going to throw forward? But
Sure.
that's what irritates me is like Keanu Reeves can use that line. That's his line. He can use that line because he did it in The Matrix and he did it in John Wick. I didn't 100% like it because I don't know. No, I did like it. I liked anyway. But you can't be giving that line to other characters.
All right.
That's his line. That's like having somebody else say "Hasta la vista, baby," other than Schwarzenegger. It just rubbed me the wrong way.
Okay, that's
I'm
great.
a weirdo because love me some Matrix.
Yeah.
And that's one of my favorite lines from that movie because he says it, and then thousands of guns show up. Yeah, be nice to walk into a room and have thousands of guns be there.
Yeah. So, what are your overall thoughts? Your closing thoughts on this one?
It's decent. It's about what I thought it was gonna be. Nothing special, but just okay. Because it's got a lot to live up to, and they're leaning heavily on that. From the World of John Wick stuff.
So, what would you rate it on a scale of 1 to 10?
This movie, the first movie of the trilogy.
Movie. This first straight to DVD movie.
Nothing goes straight to streaming is the new straight to DVD. You know that, right?
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Let's see. Rating. 6, 7.
Okay. Yeah, see, I enjoyed it. I mean, it didn't reinvent the wheel, but it still was entertaining enough. I was going to give it a 7 flat.
7 flat?
Uh-huh.
That's a lame score.
Okay.
What did I say? 6, 7?
6, 7, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well.
Yeah, so that pretty much wraps up this review. So if you guys made it this far, make sure to hit that thumbs up button to let us know that you made it this far. Or you can even leave a comment down below to let us know that you made it this far. And if you want to know when we put stuff out, hit the subscribe button so you always get notifications.
And let us know what you thought of the first episode, or you finished the series already. We've also done some John Wick reviews. If you want to go check those out, I might leave the links in the description or comments if I remember. We'll see what happens.
All right.
I don't remember. I'll try.
Where else can people find us, Brandon?
Oh, they can find us. Let's see. I live at. Videos are on YouTube and Rumble, and you can find us at or on Twitter at BRH Reviews. And yeah. All right. Well, see you guys next time. Later.